professionals. I am one part of the professional consultancy. Follow us on all of our other platforms if you aren't already. We posted a few articles over the past several weeks, one of which discusses the topic that elite college students cannot read whole books. And that was published in the Atlanta Journal. We posted some other articles about where are laid off tech employees going. There was another article we posted from the New York Post that also expressed a little bit more from the students that were having some difficulty reading whole books. And I just wanted to expound on that a little bit more. But before I do that, I wanted to impress upon you that your skills are so needed in today's workforce. Despite what you see on the news, despite what you may hear, you are needed. Your skills are needed. You cannot be automated and you cannot be replaced. Yes, there are technological advances happening. There are jobs that are being automated. For example, there are trucks that can drive themselves. There are parts on the assembly line that where once there was a human, now it has been replaced by automation, but you and your skill, your intellect, your ability to critically think, your experience, your background, what you have to contribute, your mastery cannot be replaced. Let us talk about the importance of reading. What happens when you don't read a whole entire book, as some of the professors at some of our most prestigious in the United States institutions, what some of the professors were stating was that the college students, it wasn't that they couldn't read, it was that they were showing up without the ability to read an entire book. And so, what happens when you're reading excerpts or you're just reading a paragraph here and there, you're not possessing that ability to critically think about the material. Or you may be getting material and making a decision out of context. So, here are some vital, important reasons why reading is important. Reading is important because it enhances our creativity. It improves our communication skills. It helps us to develop critical thinking. It enhances our understanding of complex social and emotional issues. We all could use that, right? Reading lights up our entire brain. It's good for our brain health. It expands our knowledge base. It also helps to expand our vocabulary. It's one way to reduce stress and improve mental health, and it develops empathy for others. So, whether you're reading fiction or you're reading something related to your industry or a self help book, developing empathy for others, using your imaginative skills, those are things that are needed in the workforce. So, our employers, our bosses are expecting us to be able to problem solve. Would you like to have a doctor that doesn't possess the ability, the patience to be able to read his or her medical literature, or God forbid, law literature, or a hairstylist that's dealing with chemicals and they haven't read the entirety of their text? You can't just take some of these literatures out of context, right? Because using chemicals on one's hair, you have to know about the layers of the skin, the scalp, the pores, the hair follicles, the different layers of the hair, right? And so that is why understanding and being able to read that in context is important. One way we can up our game in the workplace, reading case studies is one way to help us to develop problem solving in the workplace. Also, upskilling. What is upskilling? Taking a skill that you already have and enhancing it, because sometimes we learn a skill or a trade and then 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, sometimes 20 and 30 years go by, but you haven't taken the time to relearn that skill because things change over time, right? New technology comes out, new research comes out over that skill. And so it's important to that skill, learn more about that skill, master that skill, figure out how we can enhance that. That is called upskilling. We don't ever want to make ourselves irrelevant or work ourselves out of a job. So the marketplace is dynamic, it is changing, it is ever evolving. I recently wrote a blog post about how the Amazon CEO wants his managers and executives to return back to the office where they were once on a flexible schedule, but now he wants them back in the office 5 days a week. And the reason why that CEO is doing that is because he wants to put out the best product available. Creativity, innovation, having that teamwork and that collaboration. We cannot
It's
be
21
replaced.
hours.
We can have all of the automation, all of the technology, all of the AI, the chat GPT, but guess what cannot be replaced? You. You cannot be replaced. You are valuable. You are needed. Your experience, your diversity is necessary. So I just wanted to encourage you in that today. Look at and see what's going on in your industry. Read in your industry. Get curious again about your industry. And if you're in a field that you don't plan on staying in, start to do some research about your industry, get good at it, work at it while you're there, and take that and leverage it to pivot into whatever industry it is that you want to be in. But always remember, where we are is just a platform to get to where we're going. And always be professional, stay professional.